It's really moving how much truth can be found inside books and movies. This time I want to speak about the movie Dune and its series of books. For someone to understand the depth of the myth in this series, he needs to be equipped with the proper occult knowledge. Here we define occult as the knowledge of hidden energies and their use to succeed and have greater influence and freedom in existence. Having that as a definition, we can analyze the movie, only the part 1, not the following parts, which is available, of course, in the book series. From the beginning, we see that in Paul Atreides' world, there is a female group of monks called Ben Gesserit. This secretive matriarchal order controls the empire from the shadows. And the order is able to do it using supernatural abilities that they acquired through physical and mental exercise and the use of a energetic drug called melange or spice. Having said that, the sword that the chosen one, Paul Atreides, is given by his mother, a sword that is made from a tooth of a sandworm, and that's very important for the following reason. In the Egyptian initiation, Osiris, the father god, he is tricked by his brother. In the myth, he goes inside a box, and that's also very important, and you will see why in a minute. And in this magic box, Osiris dies, and his brother cut him in many parts, his body, and he let him die. Now, after that, Isis, the god of love, resurrects Osiris and they produce an offspring, Amun-Ra, the god of the sun, to fight the snake of the desert, which his brother was ruling, Osiris' brother. This fight between the Savior's son and the negative aspect of existence is something that repeats itself in many myths like Christianity and other initiation systems towards the one truth. So the sword is important for many reasons, the main one being that the only way to beat the snake is through knowledge, which comes from the source. So you need to use discrimination. And it's from the tooth of the snake, so we have to come face to face with our darkness. And using our discrimination, this is the correspondence to the hermetic element of air, which is a sword. Through this trauma, through this risk, we have our refined source. We have a sword made by the snake itself. We have an empowerment that can be used for good, occult power that can be used for good, knowledge that can be used for good. And to conquer the snake, which represents, of course, the fear, because as you remember from Dune, when the fear is gone, only I, the will, has remained. And that's very important. The snake feeds off fear. It's an emotional and astral current. And it's huge. It's collective. The collective darkness, not just your own personal suffering. Something with a mind almost like of its own. Kabbalah comes from two words. Kaaba, which means the cube. This is the box that I referred to before. And Allah, which is of course God, or the source, or the truth. So the cube of God, or the creation, the material creation, the knowledge for it gives you access and power over all, over everything. And that's something real that exists in the real world and not in a myth. And the movie explores that in a great extent, and that's the knowledge that Ben Gesserit has. That's the knowledge that is real and you can have, we can have, if we study and know thyself.